Hello, dear ones, and welcome to Z Solves Problems. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I want to talk to you real quickly about following instructions. Really important, and I know I've probably said this in a plethora of videos, either here or on my other page, tons of times, but it's really important. Following instructions is not something that we naturally know how to do, and being that I was an elementary teacher for 8 years, I can testify to this that learning to follow instructions is something that takes time, and you really have to be diligent about learning to do what people tell you to do. It's not natural for us to want to do what other people tell us to do. Of course, there are those firstborns out there who are just, intrinsically a little bit more obedient than the rest of us are, but the majority of us are not that way. There's a little bit of rebellion in us that says, oh, I don't want to do what somebody else is telling me to do. But it's really important to follow instructions, especially when you are dealing with a mentoring situation like what I go through, helping people get delivered, breaking through blocks and things like that are hindering success. You really want to follow instructions. There's a special grace involved when you follow the instructions of a mentor. I was instructed by one of my mentors, Linda Dominique Grosvenor Holland, to create a mailing list. And I read her book called the Savvy Book Promotion Manual. And she was talking about creating a mailing list in there. And she was saying that as an author, if you don't have a mailing list, you are basically setting yourself up for failure. And I don't have a mailing list because I just didn't want to invest the time, and also because I tried it a couple of years ago and I didn't have any success with it. And thirdly, because, it's just like one more thing to do. I just didn't want, to have to take that on. And I look at my email inbox and then I'm like right now behind, on returning emails and things like that by a couple of weeks, it looks like. But so that was kind of like sitting in my mind, and I kept hearing mailing list, mailing list, mailing list. And then someone actually sent an email to my author account and said, please put me on your mailing list. And I said, I don't have one, but I can keep in contact with you with email a couple of times a month. And then I heard it again from Princess Dominique to get a mailing list. You've got to create a mailing list. And all of my mentors have mailing lists. They all have mailing lists. And I subscribe to the emails. I actually read their emails. I make sure I read their emails if I don't read anything else. And so I don't know why it didn't click for me, but I fought it for a little while, and then I finally gave in and created a mailing list. I don't have one on this page, but I do have one for my author website, which is zwriteswords.org. So if you go to zwriteswords.org and click on ZTV, you can sign up for the mailing list if you're interested. But it is just really important to follow the instructions that the mentor gives you. They know things. They've reached a level of success that you haven't attained, which is why they're mentoring you. So it's really important that you honor the relationship, the mentor-mentee relationship, and do what they're instructing you to do. You've elected to learn from them because they have accomplished something that you haven't accomplished. And one of the ways that you can get to where they to where they are, is to do what they've done. So it's just really important to follow instructions, even when it seems like it's difficult. And then this is the funny thing about the mailing list. It was so easy. Like, it was so easy. And I just assumed nobody would register for it, but I was wrong. It's one of those things. I guess I do have enough wisdom, because that's what I put out in those things. It's not, for any type of foolishness. I guess I do have enough wisdom that people are interested enough to, partake of what I'm providing for them. So just learn to follow instructions, especially those hard things. Sometimes I've been given by my mentor a really strange instruction, and I'm like, I don't know how that would possibly make any sense, but it makes a difference. It really does make a difference to just do what they're asking you to do. Like, one of the great things I know from being a mentor is that we look ahead. A lot of times people say, okay, well, this is the issue. And I'm like, okay, tell me where you want to be. And then I look at the issue, and then I can see the path to where they want to end up. And so the instruction being given is directed toward getting you to that path. So it may not seem to make sense where you are right now, but follow the instruction because it will get you where you're desiring to go. And that's the beauty of having a mentor. So if you are interested in scheduling a call with me, just go to zsolvesproblems.com, click on the schedule a call link, and get that going. Or if you're ready for more, like if you want a one-on-one mentoring session or month, time, weeks, whatever, that will really get you going in the direction you want to go for your destiny, then you can schedule a pack or book a package from the homepage. All right. Thank you so much. Take care.